So there we go, recording the replay now. We'll get going here shortly, then I'll give people some time to actually get into the actual stream. Always a good thing to do, really, isn't it? I suppose you could call it the Christian thing to do there. How you doing there, Thrawn? Good to have you, my dude. Okay. So tonight, with it being a late one, what I'm going to do here then is principally get the replay done, and we might have some time go through it, but it won't be a 2-3 hour stream, so I'm currently in an RP. That's pretty cool, dude. Yeah, it should be interesting. It should be interesting. There are some things I'd like to discuss, but the thing is, obviously, I do not wish to discuss them. Not on this part of the actual stream as of yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Once we get the casuals out of the way, then we'll be able to move on to that then. Not a casual. Yep, indeed, let's hope that this time will bring honor to the Empire. That'd be nice. Well, this is it. Well, we're not going to have a lot of planning here anyway. Going to get this done, and we'll maybe have about half an hour, something like that. We'll see how long. It's a little bit later than usual. So, yeah, we're going to be looking for turn 10. So here we are, 9 PM. The allotted time, the allotted hour. I'm just here for the memes, that sounds about right. Okay. The devil in the deep blue sea. No. I could only imagine he's going to be surface level referring to the mighty Minikitapatai, but I don't think that is who he's referencing here, so a little bit nervous. We haven't seen the USN carriers for some time, so who knows what he could be referencing. Well, referencing there. Referencing there. Let's go ahead and take a look then, shall we? How you doing there, Off-Matar? Good to have you, my friend. Best girl is a Kagi Kargan. That's brilliant. Okay, so we did notice that last turn the level of Moonlight is decreasing, which I suppose when we're conducting these amphibious operations is a good and a bad thing. Obviously it helps out his submarines, obviously it helps out our efforts against submarines, and obviously it helps us out of these night attacks, but then again, it's one of these things is... I'd imagine the Moonlight may help the Americans as well. So we'll see what happens here then. So obviously we do have the additional load in here. So this is the Invasion Support Action Alternate. Okay, Sculpin over here then. The Fuyo attempting to engage her. Bunchy abandons the search as she cannot locate her. Understandable, so ASW attack there with the Wakataki and Fuyo. From what we've seen of the turnout base, it doesn't seem like there's much. S-37 here being engaged by the Shonan Maru, I believe. Abandons the search there. He's been very bold by having them in Gandhari, and he's seen some potential success. Obviously, he's launching torpedoes at targets, but the thing is, he's put his submarine in a lot of danger here. I'm not gonna press the escape button. Yep, there we go. So we can see this is what I'm talking about. Like, he is scoring potential success here by being able to engage the assets. But the thing is, as soon as I have them disbanded in the port, they are more or less safe. I do need to have them actually docked to make sure they are safe while they are a task force. While they are a task force, it is considered that they're out at sea to a degree, and therefore not entirely sheltered. Right, okay, so we do see the Gar over here, attempting to engage the mine layer. Gar is bottoming out over here. Now these guys, I do believe they actually do have depth charges, potentially have depth charges. Abandoning the search over here. We can see that Moonlight is down to 92% here at the moment. Okay, and here we go. We have the Bombardment of Ambon. Open up with the Hyuga, the Fuso, the Issei, and what is the name of the other one now? I forgot the name of the other one. You know, I can't remember the name of the other one now. It's passed my mind. I blame it on it being late. But it's very good here to see that we actually are able to make it through, and we are opening up here with the 360mm guns. Yamashiro Vatsin, I knew that. Very, very much indeed. Loving this. So obviously we're engaging here with the main battery, engaging with the secondary battery as well. We are trying to suppress the defenses of Ambon, really give him something of a rude awakening here. Fuso fanboy. Loving it. I mean, they are very nice. I'm very happy that we were not actually engaged by a submarine here, so that's very nice to see there. He's not going to be too happy to not have been able to get a submarine off, though I might have spoken too soon. Okay, there we go. So we have Hyuga, Issei, Yamashiro, and Fuso open fire. They achieve 183 casualties reported, 2 destroyed, 2 disabled, 5 destroyed, 7 disabled. No engineers are destroyed nor disabled. We inflict 5 hits on the actual airbase, 5 there on the airbase supply, 26 on the actual runway, 11 hits there on the port. As we can see here, the F1M2 Pete acts as a spotter for Hyuga. Well, this is it. It's a nice way to begin the invasion over here, which is very good. Ideally, we'll spell success for us. Yeah, you can see here the 150mm coastal batteries are pretty harsh. Fuji there taking a big hit. Yeah, I don't think Fuji's going to be making out of this. And this is why we had to suppress the defenses, but unfortunately not enough. But it looks like we move through there, so Fuji does take 2 shells there. She's on fire with heavy damage. We have 54 casualties reported here, 5 squads disabled, 1 non-combatant disabled, 1 gun lost over here. So we still see that the 150mm coastal defense gun batteries are definitely in operation here. 52 guns fired back. Ideally we do make it through here. Right, no additional troops are lost during the unlanding, well sorry, the unloading. Okay, Ashigara opening up over here at Kopang. Well, I mean, this is it. 150mm shell is gonna hurt. I think Fuji is potentially one of the older APDs, but we'd have to double check. I don't believe we'll see any sort of coastal defenses at Kopang. But here we go. I mean, it's amazing to see that we have an invasion over here, an invasion over here the same night. Well, this is it. 54 casualties is normally what we lose on the unloading, as we're still to see what happens here during the actual days to come. Ideally, I just need to get the forces unloaded and then be able to see what we can do in the morning. Tomozoru opening fire there, the torpedo boat. Okay. So we sustained 30 casualties there. Thankfully, these are only disabled. We have 25 coastal guns fire in response. We do inflict 22 casualties there. We can see that the Ashigara was firing at the Dili detachment, so I don't know really what the size of this force is for certain, but if the amount of guns firing back is anything to go by, it shouldn't be that large. Yeah, there we go, 154 casualties reported here, so we have 6 squads destroyed, so this is what can happen, obviously, when they're unloading. But it is a large unit. Okay. Atago opening up over here at Ambon. Range 7,000 yards, 6,000 yards, 5,000 yards. Ideally, we don't see the 150mm open up again, but she may yet. Ideally, this supplementary bombardment will help us out here. Yeah, we are receiving return fire from the coastal defense guns. And we have to do this. We have to do it. But of all things, the heavy cruisers can more than likely at least sustain hits. It's still not good being hit by a shell of that caliber, but between everything bar a battleship, at least they have the most capability of handling it. How you doing there, Battle Group? Good to have you, my dude. So far, no hits on the Takao. Shells are landing close, though. Yeah, Minikaze's hit by 150mm, and again. I mean, this is to be expected. It is very difficult to engage. Yeah, Minikaze taking another hit there. Ooh. And again, I don't think Minikaze is going to make it through here, but this is what it is. Perhaps it might have been better to have had the battleships go inside them, well, alongside them, but I was hoping for a more successful bombardment, but still, we'll see. Heavy fires, heavy damage. 43 casualties, we do inflict 10 casualties here as well. I'm not entirely sure. It might be that obviously the heavy cruisers are stationed further back, while obviously the APDs are heading towards the actual beaches over here. So far we've had bombardments. Then we go another little bombardment there for patrol boats. 26 casualties lost there during the surf. Well, the thing is, the DD, it has no chances. Okay, yep, here we go. We have our destroyers over here. Now, bear in mind, I did not actually press escape, so the game's just moving really fast. Yep, Allied Naval Force is surprised. I'm not exactly shocked at that one. So I did alter the pattern over here for the ratio, and these are very, very good Japanese destroyers. So I don't think the little... Yeah... She's not going to make it out of here, is she? It really is not going to be easy there. Okay. Yeah, she's been torpedoed as well, so she's definitely going to go down there. I think at this point we could be certain that she's indeed dead. It probably has some sort of armaments, but it's not going to do anything. Yeah, these guys are actually heading down to the Dutch East Indies. So she was shelled 7 times and she was torpedoed once. So let's see, maximum visibility in clear conditions at 30,000 yards. Japanese lookout spot the Allied task force at 19,000 yards. So we're close to about 14,000 yards. So we actually launched the long lance torpedoes at 14,000 yards before Allies detected. Jesus. Yeah, that is absolutely deadly. Been able to launch the torpedoes before the Allies are even aware. My god, no wonder we actually hit with a torpedo there. That's not too bad then, to say 1 torpedo launch, 1 torpedo hit, that's not bad. Okay. Additional invasion support over here then with the Kama, Maru, and the torpedo boat. So we have 8 casualties over there, just 1 squad disabled. Hagi opening fire over here at Ambon. Luckily no damage so far received back. I mean, we might lose 2 destroyers over here, but the thing is I can deal with that. We've got to take the base. It is a very important base in the area for him. The fact that it does have the coastal gun batteries. Yep, there we go. Takao does take a hit there. Severe casualties, unfortunately. It looks to be in the upper works. So it looks like some repairs are going to be necessary, but we can deal with that. Yeah. It's a big gun. It is indeed a big gun. Yeah, Namikaze takes a hit there. I suppose in the future we'll have the battleships lead. It wasn't... yeah, Namikazes are going to make it out of this. Nadakaze. Oh, no Kaze, sorry. We'll speed things up. Okay, so Takao takes a hit there. Namikaze takes 2 hits. Nokaze takes 1 hit there. Sawakaze takes 2 hits. Kayon Maru there. Right, 020 here. Well, the thing is like we have to take the base, so it's gonna happen that we do take damage. The thing is, imagine had we sent... that's very nice there. S41, ideally we can take care of her. Yeah, there we go, a little bit of damage. We do actually have very good depth charges here. These are our best depth charges at the moment in time. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate about the damage here, but the thing is, if they do survive, we'll be able to work with them. I can begin... well, I could probably get them fixed up. If they're able to limp away, then at least I can do something. So she receives 3 hits there. Ah, thank you very much for that, Taj. Really appreciate it. Okay, yeah, unfortunately one of our ships there receives a torpedo. Hit but no explosion, but another torpedo there. And this is the hard part of when we're actually in these waters. We've got to deal with these submarines. But she's in port, so I can save her. If she doesn't go down, she's unlikely to go down. We'll be able to save her in the port. Unfortunately, she does go down, and I haven't pressed escape here. This is just how fast the game's going. Right. I don't know why they went out there. That's got to have been a mission, yeah. Okay, that was a holdover from the mission in China. That's irritating. Yeah, so that is a wee bit irritating. So basically, that was a holdover from their mission, their mission in China. Obviously, we moved them down here to Macau and then over here to Bangkok. So, note to self: make sure that their missions aren't set. But at least we get to see what he has over there. When we do see that there's a combat air patrol, it's a shame to lose those aircraft. But at least we know what he has in the combat air patrol now, so I suppose we'll take the good from that then. Yeah, we do have fighters enough to deal with that. Additional bombers making it through here to Wenkau. If those DDs survive, will you send them to Kandari or Babaldwarp? Well, I'd like to get them out to Babaldwarp to ideally... It's one of these things. It's like the... well, Allied submarines are being a pain at the moment. Because I'm not quite in a position to really have effective... It's one of these things. We're just going to have to deal with it for the time being. There's no easy solution as our HW isn't amazing. Okay, apparently the Ki-27s do not engage. How you doing there, Felix? Nah, nothing too bad so far. We landed at Ambon, which has been painful so far, but it is what it is. Ah, here we go. We finally have the Ki-27s engaging. SB3 damaged, driven away by defensive fire, and another one by defensive fire. A little bit of damage there. Yeah, we shoot one down. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a shame about those free bombers there. But as annoying as it is, we at least know what's in the combat air patrol there now, so I can work with that. We'll speed this one up. Okay, so one of them shot down. We might have some operational losses, but we can deal with that. Yep, the battleships have opened up at Ambon. Right, okay. Strafing is really interesting. Okay, yeah, they were flying down here at 100 feet. That's really interesting. Lucky that they didn't actually land a hit there. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, we're sweeping the base over here. I'm tired of this son of a bitch. I think he's gonna live yet, isn't he? God damn that guy. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, first of all... Right, Sailfish is reported hit. There's a few things over here that we could easily miss without this. So, Sailfish is reported hit, a LCVP is reported hit, HDML is reported hit, so I imagine this is over here by Palembang. G3M2 sighting 3 allied ships near Osthaven, so we are seeing ships out here by Osthaven. So this is it, we might have missed this otherwise. Right. Mission cancelled for 13K for the, sorry, Ki-48-1B Lilies from the 90th Sentai. Yudachi shadowed by Allied reconnaissance near Kandari. To be expected there. Yep, Allied submarines over here. PT-32 reported hit. Yeah, so she does unfortunately go down there. I don't think she had anything on board other than maybe supplies, so we'll see about that. Right, here we do have the additional bombers hitting Badan. We have increased the altitude a little bit here, so I did this a little bit better. Take that back. We do land a actual hit on the supply base, so that's nice enough. Right, we do have the 4-139 WH3s coming in again. Ideally, no luck. Right, we do inflict some damage. I'm not liking the fact that it's coming in low here. It is difficult to be able to deal with these things without having aircraft nearby. Okay, so we do see the Hyuga there once again engage in Ambon. So this will be the second bombardment. I think what we'll have to do in the future then is, against bases such as this, is actually have the battleships actually join. Is the issue of having them... I wanted to make sure that they actually carried out their mission. Yeah, and only strafing. The fact is they're strafing, but they're still carrying 300 kilogram bombs, so it does worry me. Yeah, I mean, they're set to 100 feet, which is considered a strafe. Well, the thing is, if they're actually based there, we might be able to deal with them, which would be nice. The range is really just brilliant. I imagine we're actually, outranging the 5.9-inch gun, the 150mm. Nice to see the big guns open up. But ideally, this will soften up the actual garrison sufficiently so we can deal with it. They're not going to be the best troops. They are Dutch troops, so they're not bad, but they're not superb. We're going to measure for the actual defenses over here shortly, I'd imagine. What I may end up doing is actually flying supply in rather than risking ships until we can actually subdue the base. But that's more encouraging. So we've inflicted about 200-odd casualties with the actual battleship guns here. We do land more hits, but we land more hits actually on the Allied forces. So 8 squads are disabled, 8 squads disabled there. So that's not bad at all there. I'm happier with that now. Right, yeah. That's not good. Sawakazi takes a hit there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's going to feel like a tactical genius now, isn't he, by just throwing his subs into single hexes. So we lose the Sawakazi there. Unfortunate, but we have to deal with it. Well, that's to be expected. I mean, she was damaged, she's burning. She's an easy target. Right, here we go. That is the end of the naval action. So we don't see anything from the mini-kid battalion. We do see the bombardment over here at Wenkau. Well, the thing is, we do have them down there in the Dutch East Indies. It's just a fact of, well, we can't get everything down there. We are dealing with a lot of Allied submarines. Things will improve over time, but the fact is, it's like, we are going to lose ships. It is inevitable. Luckily, the ship that was actually lost was not the battleship, so we'll see how that goes. How you doing there, Ivakan? Good to have you, my friend. We'll take a look at the mini-kit battalion in the future, actually. Well, we do have more ships on the way. We do have more ships on the way. I mean, I can't give you like a quantitative number at the moment, but more. Okay, we have a deliberate attack here against the actual... Yeah, so 48th Chinese Corps, 4 AV. I'm feeling pretty confident about this. It'd be amazing if they surrendered, but they won't. Defender Ops mode. Wow, okay. The RAL... Oh, wow, okay. So he loses 414 casualties just straight up there. So, yep, okay, I'll take that. I don't know if the unit was annihilated, doesn't look like it. Right, we have our bombardment attack over here at Numera. So we do see that his forces have recovered to a degree, but our forces have recovered as well, which is very nice. Shock attacks are very dangerous. So our troops have had the actual... Well, they've had the time here to rest, so we will obviously engage in a deliberate attack once again tomorrow. And if we could actually cause another 500 casualties, I'd be very happy there. It's all about just destroying his force in entirety, really. They're not weak. They're not weak. Their force is weak, but the fact is they do have that defensive terrain. It's not fallen yet, but the thing is I'm just bombarding this turn. I'm allowed the men to actually rest. If I wanted to see my men die young, I could shock attack, but I guarantee you the losses would be very bloody. Hollandia falls to our forces here. Obviously no garrison there. There we go, the attack at Bandang. Yeah, here we go. So, it looks like this may be a success over here at Tanat, which would be very nice. 31 to 1, yeah, we take the base. Yeah, they've surrendered as well, which is fantastic. No flights, and we do actually destroy 2 of the Dornier 24K1s over here. Very nice there. 99 casualties, so yeah, it was a very small force there. I can understand why they gave out. Yeah, 120 troops and they would have been attacked by over 1,000. Here we go, the bombardment. So Allied bombardment against the 4th B detachment. So we're looking at a very small garrison over here, so we'll be able to take the garrison out next turn. We do sustain 13 casualties, which is the 1 squad over here. But I'm pretty damn sure we can respond to this quite easily. So 4,191 troops in total, it seems, 37 guns. Yep, we'll be able to handle that pretty quickly. The Allied bombardment attack at Ambon. So we do see the Sparrow Battalion over here. There is a large garrison over here, so it's going to be more difficult to deal with Ambon than the other bases there, really. So it's going to be a pain in my arse, that one. We are going to have to look towards just bombarding it continuously with heavy ships if possible, really. Oh, so was I reading the wrong one then? I think I'm used to reading it the other way around. So it's a little bit later at night. I was going to blame on that. Yeah, I'm not going to shock attack Ambon. Right, so Groinema expands fortifications to level 3. Luganville expands airfields to size 3. Fantastic. Okay, so overall it's going to seem like one of those turns where it's like, oh, it's all terrible for Japan. But no, this is a good turn. We have landed the forces at Ambon. It is a shame that we did take some losses, but I mean, I've said this many times in the past. So is war. So we do see that there's about 6,660 troops over here then. We do have elements of the 65th Brigade. Now let's take a look at what order they're in at the moment. Let's see. So, fatigue is actually very low. So we're looking pretty good here. So 1,433 infantry land, 448 second line troops, and 32 guns there. Yeah, definitely streaming late tonight. Not going to be doing that much. I've been out all day and that, so I'm just going to get the actual replay done here, which is where I'm going to leave it off now then, ladies and gentlemen. So, until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the streams to come. Goodbye for now.